Hey everybody, this is VGame Master here, and as you can see, we're going to be introducing another kind of playthrough that we're going to be doing. It's a Pokemon Diamond Wedloke. Yes, and it's going to be difficult because I haven't played Wedloke before, and the only reason I know of what a Wedloke is thanks to Maryland. I've been watching his videos. I've been a big fan of him for a long time now. I've been subscribed to him for a year, seen all his Wedlocks, his Omega Ruby Wedlock. You can check it out too. But this is where I've learned my stuff. So, and I've also looked at his rules on Wedlocks. Kudos to him, by the way. But I'm going to be playing a Wedlock different to his. He does a lot of things different, or like he makes his Wedlocks. I'll make my Wedlocks similar, but there'll be variations, and I'll explain why. A. Gender rules. I have the same gender rules as Maryland. Pokemon have to be paired with two Pokemon genders, 3x2. They fight as partners and you cannot switch out of that pair in battle, and you can only switch them outside of battle. So pretty much, in a nutshell, you have two Pokemon. Let's say, since we're playing a Diamond Wedlock, we'll go with, in the beginning of the game, we'll go Budu, like a Budu gets paired with a Starly, and for one pair, which would be crazy. Hopefully, and I'll do the ID thing that Maryland does too, but differently, because I'm not going to copy that. That's just not fun and not fair for him either. I'm not going to completely steal his idea, I'm going to play it differently. So let's say I end up getting, hopefully I get Torterra. Well, technically it would be Turtwig first, and then Turtwig would be paired with, like, can't think of who I will hopefully have it paired with, like a Ponyta from, like, Astoria area. I don't know, but give me some interesting type coverage, but then I can't go, oh, Starly, oh no, I'm in trouble, oh, go Ponyta. You can't do that. I'd have to use my Starly with my my Budu, and they'd be switching. So yeah, that gives you a little bit of insight on that. Plus, Maryland completely disregard Pokemon with no gender, and they don't count at all. Me, Steel types are fun to play with and mess around with, so I'm going to make it so Pokemon with no gender count as either gender. The Steel types are going to be your wild card, per se. You can kind of throw it out there, make it fun. Oh, but I'm also going to make a secondary rule on that as well, as I can only have one genderless Pokemon on my team. Now, yeah, you could say, oh, but Dialga's a Steel type, and he's genderless. Does he count? No. I am not counting legendary Pokemon. They're overpowered, and they help you get through the Elite Four way easier, and you don't get to create a story with them. So I am not going to be playing with the legendary, sadly enough, for some of you guys out there that want that to happen. Sorry, I'm not gonna have that happen. It's just not fair. Catching. You can only catch the first Pokemon you find in the wild. So pretty much you find a Pokemon in the wild and you can only catch that Pokemon, besides the clauses, which I'll get into in a little bit. The order goes, what fills your team and what do you need? So let's say I got 3 Pokemon, or not, yeah, I'll go with 3. 2 males and a female. I need a female to pair, so I would need a female Pokemon. My first female encounter would be my encounter that I would be using. So, and if that gets knocked out, then I have no more encounters. If all the Pokemon slots are full, then it's your first encounter on the route. So, hopefully I don't get unlucky with this, because knowing my luck lately, it's not been very up and atom. So if I get like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna get like Magikarp or something. That's gonna be fun to play with. Go Magikarp! Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. But, you know, I can kind of formulate it the way I want it to. But when I'm surfing, I'll count that as a route as well, because that's something new that you haven't explored, except for it's different. So in the maps, there's a little bit of surfing areas, so I'll count some of it, but not all of them. I'll explain like what I count as an extra route, like the surfing, like Route 222 and 229 and 230, which 229 and 230 you don't have to go through to play through the game, but 222 and those, yes, that will be counting as extra routes. All Pokemon must be nicknamed. Now, I don't know the theme yet, but you guys can recommend themes in the comments, because, you know, whatever. I've been recommended the name, like, Pokemon Kill Yourself, but I'm not going to do that. I might, but it just depends on the theme you give me. They wanted me to name my starter Pokemon Kill Yourself, and I just don't like the name. But if that's really what you want, I'll do it. But still, whatever you guys want as the theme, you guys will theme. And that is a question for you guys to answer. What will the theme be? Will it be food? Will it be weaponry? Will it be activities? Whatever you guys want the theme to be. Some themes will be unaccepted, but most themes will be accepted, potentially. Whatever you guys want. Pokemon cannot be withdrawn from the PC. This is pretty much, oh, I got a Pokemon deposited in my PC. It's a female, it works. Here, let's replace my bad Pokemon with a good Pokemon. That's not gonna work, and that is against the wedloke rules. Second, Pokemon that are automatically put in the PC are not counted as deposited. So, you can't deposit or withdraw. Like, you can withdraw from your PC. I kind of messed that up. If your Pokemon's dead, you can withdraw from your PC. But if a Pokemon is automatically put in there, it's not counted as deposited. And if you need to make room for gift Pokemon, you can, but the Pokemon is not in your party, and it has to be deposited as soon as possible. Rules on death. If a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead. You can no longer use it. You have two options on where to put it, in the PC or release in the wild. I don't like the idea of putting a dead Pokemon in the wild, so unlike Maryland, so I'm gonna put it in a PC, a death box on the PC, so that we can see it occasionally. Hopefully we don't have any deaths. I know of a few, like, trainers that I'm gonna be like, that I really won't want to face. But in the beginning of the game, those hikers, fine. As long as we get Piplup or Turtwig, I think we'll be fine with the hikers in the beginning of the game. When Pokemon dies, you have to get that Pokemon a pair of a partner from the PC. So, if you don't, you have to get a partner from the PC. If you don't have a partner, then you have to get it from a different route different route that you have not already gotten Pokemon from. So, another thing too, is I think it's in here. If two Pokemon from two different pairings die, and they have the ability to merge, you have to merge them. Merge being pair them together. They have to be paired if they're able to be paired. So, clauses and exceptions to the rules. First, Dupe's Clause ignores any encounters of your Pokemon that have already been caught. It is recommended to count the whole evolution chain. Yes, I will be using Dupe's Clause. Maryland goes 5. I'm going to go 4. I'm going to make it harder for myself. It's going to be 4. A Dupe's a 4. And this Dupe's a 4 is going to be hard for me to cope with and make it. So I got to just note, it's 4. And if I get 4 Pokemon that I've already caught, it doesn't count. And I can't get anything on the route. Gender Clause. If you have an automatic Pokemon, you ignore the gender you have most of. Shiny Clause. You can catch and I'm going to use this. You can catch any shiny Pokemon on the route, but if it's not part of your team, they go to the PC if you've already caught something on that route. Yeah. I don't expect to run into a shiny, but if I do, it'll be fun. Now, the red Gyarados does not count as a shiny, you guys. It does not count. Anybody who says the red Gyarados counts as a shiny, I disagree completely. It does not. And then there's the link to Maryland's YouTube channel, because that's where I got all the clauses from. It's, besides Shiny Claus. Shiny Claus, he referenced it in one of his videos. But, yeah. So here's I got the slide from that right there. youtube.com/watch?v equals and capital Z to capital YWK. Go check Maryland out if you have the chance to. Common questions. Now, these common questions were questions that Maryland had posed to him, so I figure might as well clarify that here too. 1. What happens if your Pokemon uses Roar or Whirlwind? I've been terrible at pronouncing that the last few days, and forces you to switch out to a new pair. If something uses Roar, my answer to that, if something uses Roar or Whirlwind and brings in a new pair, the new pair is what you battle with. You are still not allowed to use Baton Pass or Volt Switch to switch to your other pairs. Yeah, you can't use Baton Pass or Volt Switch to be like, oh, let's go! Yeah, I can use Baton Pass and Volt Switch, because that's something that's completely logical and I'm able to do right now. No. No. It's still a wedlock, and you can only switch between the two Pokemon. That is that. But if it brings in a new pair, you fight with that new pair. What happens if double battles and if one Pokemon dies? Now, this is complicated a little bit, because there's going to be a couple double battles. I mean, some of them are optional double battles, but the fact of double battles are fun, especially with Galactic Grunts, who usually have the same Pokemon, so they're going to be fun. But if a Pokemon dies, if one dies, you grab the same gender as one that you have in another party, just in case one of the other ones die, and you're able to make that a pair out of the other one. Make it a pair out of the two that are remaining, that male and that female. What happens in triple battles? I don't think there's any triple battles in Diamond, as I recall. But you have to use A, B, and C, and then if one of them died, Pokemon D must be sent out. So like I was talking about, your Starly and your Budew paired with your Turtwig and your Ponyta. If you send out Turtwig, Starly, and Budew, which would be a bad idea, then if one of those three die, Ponyta comes out. What happens if the Pokemon has to be caught to progress through the game? Dialga sort of, kind of has to be caught, but not really. But in my case, Dialga has to be caught to be permitted to get through. Although not normally allowed through wedlock rules, they cannot be used after you catch them. They should be sent to the PC in the case that they go into battle, spam stat moves until they die. So pretty much if they go into battle, it's an automatic death. Are you allowed to use lesbian, gay, or bi Pokemon? Now, you could. It's up to personal preference. We're gonna play it and make it hard for ourselves and only have straight Pokemon. And keep in mind that if they end up being gay, lesbian, or bi, this makes the challenge a little bit easier, and you don't have all the major wedlock challenge rules. But really, it's personal preference, you guys. Maryland goes into a little bit more depth on that subject, but it's personal preference, and really, it's what you want. It's a wedlock. Whatever you want is what's wanted. There's just major rules that have to be followed with that. And thanks, you guys. As you notice, I used for my PowerPoint, the colors are here on purpose, as leaf green, Pokemon leaf green, black and white, blue, red, platinum, and diamond. Again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in either the Diamond Wedlock, the Madden series, or any of my new videos that end up popping up. See you guys, and peace.